Welcome to our Thursday night live stream.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are
Two Crazy Ketos. And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and every Monday we go live on Keto Beyond the Couch because life exists beyond the couch.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way, every single time we are pumpkin spice everything up in this house, you'll be alerted to it.
I don't get it. What's with the pumpkin spice?
It's like my obsession currently. Currently, my obsession. There's pumpkin coffee. Today on the shorts and the Instagrams and in the interwebs, I put out bacon wrapped around pumpkin, which was really good. Even you liked it.
Yeah, get them out of the refrigerator, please.
And then there's pumpkin muffins. I mean, everything is pumpkin at our house. Is it pumpkin at your house? It's like, I feel like we need to have the flavors of fall here in Florida more than your average bear because we don't get the weather of fall. It's like our 90 degrees is a little bit crisper this week. Me and Mommy were talking about that today. She had an eye doctor appointment and I went with her because, leaving an eye doctor appointment, her eyes are all dilated and she's probably not safe to drive. So we went together, but we were talking about how it felt like fall in South Florida, even though
I don't know.
Not really.
I drove up to
Not
Melbourne
really.
to pick up something
Was it
really
cooler?
cool. No, it was hot. It was like really hot. I ended up I stopped at Tractor Supply to get a set of ramps to load something into my car.
That'll make you feel fall festival.
Just the fact that there were pumpkins in the front, but it was like 90-something degrees. It was like really hot.
Publix had hay bales.
And there's no leaves to look at while you drive through Central Florida.
I am literally
Especially
holding on
995.
to the leaves that have been mailed to us. Thank you, everybody, for mailing us fall leaves so that we have fall leaves. Next week, though, next week. So this time last week, we were in a camper getting ready for the Orlando meetup, which was flipping awesome last weekend.
Yep.
Next week, we won't be sitting here.
No.
We'll be in Kentucky.
We probably won't even have a live stream next week.
Observing actual leaves.
We may or may not. It depends on like what's going on when we get to Louisville. But I can't do it Wednesday because I have like class. So I can't do it Wednesday.
Very excited about Keto.
So is Chris. Chris said I looked in the Delta app and it says 6 days before check-in in our flights. I guess I should start packing.
No, just wait like Joe.
What time is our flight? What time is our flight?
Everybody tell him 6 hours earlier than what is the actual time.
Oh no, we're on Southwest. We're not on Delta.
We're not in the Cool Kids Club this week.
No, I'm so mad
Southwest.
at Delta for like changing
It was
up
such
stuff.
cheap tickets. Does everybody have
the only
tickets?
reason we're flying.
Everybody or you've got your driving pattern go. You've got your mixtape ready for the drive if you're going to Ketopalooza. What's the music? What's the music like? And what are we packing? I can't talk to Mr. Fly by the seat of his pants guy.
Okay, Louisville is
What is everybody
October
else
5th.
packing? What's the color scheme?
2 outfits.
What's the color scheme for Ketopalooza this year?
We leave at 7:15, so I'll start packing at 4 a.m.
I know. I heard
I'll literally pack it an hour before we leave for the
that
airport.
purple is in this year for fall.
Oh, we have a layover.
Do you know how much purple I have in my closet? None. It's supposed to be the color this year. Need to snap to it. I hope our local thrift store gets some purple in before next Thursday.
Are you done?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Welcome to our Thursday live stream. If you are new here, our Thursday live streams are a chance to hang out with our community. We are all about community. We like to answer questions that people may have. So go ahead and leave your questions in the chat. The best way for us to see your question would be either A, go at Two Crazy Ketos, that we're going to kind of look for that. And then also you can use the super chat function, which we greatly appreciate. That's little $sign that's in the chat window. It highlights our screen. It also benefits the channel. Now, I do always like to say, we don't only answer super chat questions. It just highlights our screen, so they get preference. But we will answer questions if you don't do a super chat. Also, In order to comment, you do need to be subscribed to our channel. You don't have to pay us any money.
For how many minutes?
1 minute.
1 minute.
You do have to be subscribed to the channel, and that is just to keep out some of the bots and trolls and all of that kind of stuff. So Adam's here said, love you guys.
Hey, Adam.
A true weekly assurance that there's still hope set within this world.
My gracious, what a compliment. Thank you so much for being here.
Silly wants to know when we are doing beef, butter, bacon, and egg again.
October 15th through October.
So we're doing a community.
Through November 15th.
We're doing a community, and we're also running a course. So, and people keep messaging us. You do not need to do the course to do beef, butter, bacon, egg.
No.
But we are running a course, and in the course, there's extra live streams and stuff like that that will not be part of the regular community. But we will be talking about beef, butter, bacon, and egg in our Mighty Networks, regular as well as during our live streams, and encouraging people. But then people who are doing the course get a little extra stuff.
And if you've ever done the course before and you just want to have some more community,
yep,
we're already chatting it up in there. We're already like talking. We're already having some like new worksheets this year where we're trying to get ahead of this thing. You know, I think sometimes you need to prepare for a challenge, not just be like, it's day one, let's do with this. You know, sometimes there's some mental prep.
Right.
That goes into a challenge like this one. So we're doing things just a hair differently. So if you were in the challenge before, join us again. It's free to you.
Shauna said, I'm with you, Joe. No pumpkin spice hype here. It's not that I don't like pumpkin spice.
You're just not as into it as me.
I just don't get the hype.
I love all fall flavors.
Robin said Nut Pods has a pumpkin spice coffee creamer, but I don't like Nut Pods. It's like really watered down. I just don't like it.
Delicious. I just need to use a lot of it in order for me to flavor it up.
Not worth it.
You know what makes me sad? Super Creamer used to have a pumpkin spice.
Not a creamer. They only had it as the coffee, and they ruined that coffee.
Well, I was using it as a creamer.
Yeah, but they got rid of that.
That makes me sad.
Shy Gal says, no like pumpkin cray cray.
Okay, so you're Team Joe. It's okay. I'm there's other flavors. I'm into all of the fall flavors. I like all of our like Cincy's around the house is all very mapley and waffly. And it's like buttery. These are the smells of fall, right? And pumpkin is a smell.
You know what the smell of fall is?
Apple cinnamon.
15 pounds of bacon jerky cooking in the dehydrator. That was the sound of fall.
Smells like fall in here.
Smells like great. Andy said I made egg protein powder bread with pumpkin spice mix in it.
See, I'm all about it. I've been making pumpkin muffins that even the children are eating.
Amanda said I don't like pumpkin spice. There, I said it, but give me apple cinnamon. That's
apple
fall.
cinnamon. That is another fall. That's another fall flavor, but I have to say, if I'm going for a candle, or if I'm going for like one of my little Scentsy smell good wax melt things, I don't normally go for apple cinnamon. I like the taste of apple cinnamon. I like the lotion apple cinnamon, but I don't like the candle apple cinnamon as much. What about you? What's your candle? What candle is lit up in your house?
Chris said we have a camping trip this weekend, so I'm not even going to think about packing for Keto Palooza until that's done. I was thinking about going camping again this weekend. I really was. We want to really start utilizing. We have like 1,000 trails package, and we're like,
it's pretty awesome.
Free.
It's free.
So why are we not using it? Like, it's free.
We can do things remotely.
Now that we have a truck that it doesn't cost us a fortune to tow, we're going to use it more. Like, I figured it out that it cost me about $140 round trip to drive the RV to Orlando. And there are 4 campgrounds in Orlando that we can stay at completely for free.
Free.
If I get a hotel for one night in Orlando, it's a little bit over $100, between $100 and $120. And then I spend about $20 to $30 in gas round trip in my Elantra. So that's about $150.
It is.
So long as we stay more than one night, it's honestly worth it for one night. It's just the hassle of pulling out the RV and everything else. So long as we go for more than one night, from now on, we're just bringing the RV to Orlando because it costs me the same with the fuel on the truck as it does to get a hotel.
I think that camping is like the best thing for triple B and E.
Well, you're just in heaven because I added
Simple.
so much battery and solar to our RV.
Had air
that
conditioning.
I can run the RV for 24 hours with the air conditioner on battery alone. And that's with the solar panels disconnected. I can't even wait to see what happens when I actually have the solar panels connected.
Joe, if you thought that smoking meat smell on you
Air conditioner on
was
batteries.
an aphrodisiac in itself, there is nothing more attractive to me than air conditioning. That is hot, baby. The fact that you have provided for air conditioning no matter what, that's it.
Yeah, so I kind of
pick
wanted to
you.
go camping this weekend, but we're not.
If you haven't gone shopping, I stopped to get some butter at Costco with my mom this afternoon.
Do you know how much butter we have?
It's like I gotta make sure we've got enough.
I've got like
I've just
40
gotta make
sticks
sure.
of butter.
Too few. Okay, I want to make sure there's a box of bacon and there's a case of butter at all times. All right. When I went to Costco though, you could pack your bag just out of the Costco clothes. Everything you love, they have just like filled up that Costco with like all kinds of cute outfits. And so my mom goes, I see a lot of brand names like Lucky and stuff that like I've seen before. But she's like, does that make it less cool? And I was like, no, mommy. Like the world is flipped upside down now. And now all the youngsters are shouting out Costco, and that's where they getting all their clothes from. So you know what? We were cool ahead of time. We didn't know.
Christina said, I can't wait to see you guys next Friday.
I can't wait to see you. I'm so glad you're coming for this.
Lynn said, Joe, I thought of you today. I'm halfway through the second season of Sea Hunt. I have not watched that yet. I need to watch that.
Is it good?
I don't know. Shauna said, I check it in 3 days in Delta, headed to Ohio for some fun with friends before Keto Palooza.
I love seeing people like working extra stuff. There's Lindsay Murphy. We're going to be seeing her beautiful face at Keto Palooza. I'm so stinking excited.
Lisa is here.
Lisa, are you going?
Said, I'm not ready for the trip
Yay!
yet. I don't know what we're packing yet. Got a plan now.
I love that. So that means I get to see Lisa. I get to see James. Like, this is getting excited, yo. I'm getting excited.
Chris put up a Holderness family trip at the airport, and he said, this is an accurate representation of Joe and Rachel at the airport.
Okay, probably.
John said,
hey, John.
I'm joining in on beef, butter, bacon, egg in the October 15th to November 15th. What type of fish did Dr. Berry say we could add to beef, butter, bacon,
He said
egg?
Goat.
Yeah.
He said deer.
So again, you can do what you want. We're following the original beef, butter, bacon, and egg. Beef, butter, bacon, and egg. Are you going to affect yourself with fish? Probably not. You know, again, but like as we're just going to do the original beef, butter, bacon, egg.
Sticking to the plan, Stan.
We're not going to have any fish.
I feel like salmon is usually the one that people shout out.
I don't know which one.
Like salmon roe or something, but...
John, thank you very much for the $1.99 super sticker.
Thank you so much. Look at that cute sticker.
Yeah, it doesn't show up in here when
it's adorable, though. It's like, it's a fist bump. Give me a fist bump. Thank you.
Oh, we answered that one already.
I heard Keto Brains is also going to be at Keto Palooza.
Yep. Christina said, I love the maroon shirt, Rachel. It's a popular color this fall.
Thank you. I will take it. Now, you're in New York, if I'm not mistaken. And so you're getting fall. Christina, can you bring me like a nice cold hug from where you live? I'll bring you a hot, sweaty one. But I'm looking for cold.
If you're asking for hugs, I'm asking for Utah burgers.
You have to stop.
No.
You have to.
Why?
You have to. Chris, do not listen to him. Miriam, do not listen to him.
I'm bringing their dive gear. I'm holding the dive gear hostage for Utah burgers.
To him. No, do not ask people to bring you meat.
Why?
Because it's weird. It's weird.
I'm weird.
We've established that already.
Okay. Denise said, heading to Tennessee in October, and we will be going to Dollywood.
Ooh.
I love how it's decorated for fall.
Okay, so Denise, my mom just told me today that she is going to Dollywood. She's already like booking her trip to Dollywood. She's like, I'm going to Dollywood. It's like, I was like, well, what started this? And she's like, it's beautiful there. The last time I went years ago, she hasn't been there in like a decade or more. She said it was So fun, so beautifully decorated. She's going back. So maybe you guys will see each other there. That's pretty cool.
Christina said, "It's my birthday. Rachel, can you sing
Oh
happy
my
birthday?"
gracious. Yes. Are you ready?
Yep.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christina. Happy birthday to you and many more, so many more. I'm really looking forward to singing happy birthday to Marianne because I know she's having her birthday right at Ketopalooza. And this year I'm going to try something new, Joe. I'm going to actually sing happy birthday to Marianne. I'm not going to call her something else like Tracy or Denise or like I did last year.
Lisa's
like
birthday is on Sunday. Wants to know if we can sing tonight or wait till next week. I say wait till next week.
I think we should wait till next week.
I say Monday.
Because, okay, this coming
Her birthday
Monday.
is on Sunday, so I think we sing on Monday.
Monday, but
It's too early.
Lisa, I am writing it down because.
And then, of course, we'll see her next week.
Yes. It would be so much more embarrassing if we sing to you in public with a giant crowd, Lisa.
Debbie said, I got to toot my own horn a bit. I got personal training person for the month at the fitness center, and I dropped more body fat weight percentage over last month.
Okay, the most impressive part of that statement, Debbie, is the fact that you are prepared to toot your own horn. I love that. Yes, let's celebrate you. Debbie is so hard on herself. She's like, I need to be better, harder. I'm gonna wait. I am so happy to see you toot your own horn because you are amazing, girl. You have worked so hard for these results. I am so stinking proud of you.
Shy Gal said, Joe, how about a pumpkin sardine challenge? Yeah, no.
Oh, this year Marianne's was on yesterday. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Now you have to sing.
Now we'll sing it right today.
Okay.
You ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marianne. Actual Marianne, not Denise, not Mary, not Tracy. Happy birthday to you and many more. So many more. There's no way Marianne is 60. No way, girl.
Cynthia said, Rachel, give me more pumpkin spice. Then Joe says bacon, and I switched to Team Joe.
Okay, I know.
John said,
I miss you, Cynthia.
Joe, just want to let you know that when you try to click the link to Smart Baking Company from your website, it says this URL has been blocked by Bitly systems as potentially harmful. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't looked at that
It's been a long time since we've
Thank you. I will
used
take a
it. We'll
look
take
at
a
that
look.
tonight. Lolo said, I did 90 days of beef, butter, bacon, egg last year. I joined your class for October 15th. It's good to have community. My family thinks I'm crazy and killing myself.
I am so sorry. I want to apologize on behalf of family members that don't get us. It's like, you know how they say, if you know, you know? They don't know. They don't know. They can't live like they know because they don't know. And I do know that they love us. That I do know. I do know that our family and our friends love us. They just don't know. So I'm really thankful for opportunities to get with people who get me, to get with people who get us, to be there for one another. So I'm glad you're going to be with us, Lolo.
Chris said, I told Sam today I need to get a 15-pound box of bacon ordered, so I'm ready for trick-or-treaters. I don't know what we're going to do.
We should hand out bacon jerky.
I'm thinking about handing out bacon this year.
Why shouldn't we?
But, I'm not even, not bacon jerky. Just, maybe make up a whole, I don't know. But I don't even know.
Bacon jerky
we may not
at
even
least
be here for Halloween. Halloween last year was a bummer, and I was even thinking about going camping. It's just
we didn't get nearly the trick-or-treaters we usually get.
It kind of wasn't any fun. It's not any fun anymore because...
Well, we have a grandbaby now. I have a feeling that she will lead the way.
She's a year old.
Oh my gosh. Finally.
And I don't really...
Can I share here that my very hard work has paid off in two ways, okay? I have taught officially, this is big news in our family. I have taught Peyton to do this. And then her to respond back with... She's amazing at it. She's super amazing at it.
We have a video of me doing it.
She is now also clapping when you clap. I love it. Like, I have been working on this for like ever, and she's clapping back. She's good at spitting raspberries. She's amazing at it. Maybe the best kid ever at it. And now she's clapping.
Amanda said, I don't burn candles because Miss Tabitha knocks them off any surface. I haven't found a safe place. Yeah, we don't really
Probably
do
true.
I don't like candles. So, like, we just do Scentsy. I like Scentsy. It's safe. And then, except for we have one on a light switch socket in the room that goes into
Yes.
the garage, in the little cubby where we have the cat box, and we always have it in there.
It
and
has to be in there.
It has
His
to be in
cat
there,
box.
but it's at shoulder level because it's at light switch level. And every time I walk in there, I bang it, and then there's wax going down the wall. Like, I gave up even trying to clean it. It's just like there's permanently wax in there now.
Charity
It's just-
needs prayer. She's so sad.
She misses the cat, but I'm not getting another cat.
so sad since Roscoe is gone. Like, if
Yeah.
you could just think of our little kitty, we'd really appreciate it. Because
Miriam
it's so
said
sad.
that we should fly there and go camping with them.
That's a good idea. I'm in. I'm totally in. Donna Joe.
Donna Joe said, did you see my comments about the January cruise? I want to go, but I need to know approximate dates to see if Trevor can get off of work.
Trevor would go with you. How fun.
I thought I responded to you. The dates are in Mighty Networks. But I'm going to make a regular post about it.
Yeah.
And then, but I don't remember the dates. I don't remember them off the top of my head right now. It's like the middle.
Up here?
No.
Do you care? Can I get them for you?
No.
Are they on the top of your head?
Yeah. And then, I know it's like the middle of January. Somebody might know if they post it in here. Carnivore Moxie.
Well, hello.
I'm driving to Tennessee first to pick up my granddaughter. She's coming with me to Keto.
Oh my
I'm so
gosh.
excited to have her with me this weekend.
Oh my goodness, how precious is that? I love it when family like gets to go on a road trip, whether they attend the conference or not. It just makes it more fun to get to vacation with your loved ones. Like, that is so stinking cool. I can't wait to see you and to see your granddaughter. How fun.
Exposing Darkness, I want to know why the cruise is going and
Where it is, probably.
where, maybe where.
Mm-hmm.
Bahamas. And then how much, and again, we have it posted in Mighty Networks. I want to...
We're trying to get a group rate.
We got a group rate, but we need to have at least 8 cabins
That's
to get
it.
the group rate.
And we need
I
it
think
not
we've
like...
got like 5.
Yeah.
So we're working on it.
We working on it.
Unfortunately, it was like short notice, and because we were trying to find like the cheapest rates. And unfortunately,
We cheat.
We have a prior commitment for most of February, so we can't do anything in February. And then it gets more expensive in March, and then there's other stuff going on. And I'm really hoping the end of March into April we can take the RV and go up the East Coast and visit my mom. That's the plan. I was actually going to go in October for her birthday. That's what I really wanted to do. And we got a commitment towards the end of October that I couldn't go. John said, why do we weigh our food raw? Doesn't it weigh less after you cook it and the juices come? It's a good question.
That is a good question.
It's best. I like weighing it raw, but it really comes down to being consistent. For me, I'd rather know the worst case scenario.
Right.
So here's the thing about when you weigh your food. The one thing that is not going to change is the amount of protein. So
I love that.
For example, if you do
Hi, Neely.
a pound of ground beef, 80-20 ground beef, a pound of 80-20 ground beef is roughly 80 grams of protein. It is 80 grams of protein before you cook it, and it's 80 grams of protein after you cook it. What changes is the overall weight of the food because you're going to lose water, okay? So as you cook it, you lose water weight. And you also lose fat. So when you lose the fat, you don't know how much fat you lost. So if you cook the pound of ground beef in a pan and then take all the fat that's left over and pour it over your ground beef like me, whatever the fat is in 80-20 raw, that's what you're going to get, maybe minus a couple of drops here and there when you cook it. But if you're cooking it on a broiler or on a grill and there's some dripping down, you're losing that. But here's the
Makes me sad.
thing.
I want to save that.
So the problem is a lot of the calculators or things like Chronometer and stuff, when you put in like a pound of, say, ground beef cooked, you may end up with a different protein amount. So I like knowing where I'm starting. So if I know that I'm cooking a pound of ground beef, pre-cooked, it's 80 grams of protein, and then post-cooked, that same original pound is still 80 grams of protein. But I don't know what it weighs afterwards unless I pull out my scale, and I don't want to pull out my scale like that. So the most important thing is be consistent. Most people will tell you you should weigh it raw because it's easier to do it that way, and then you can just divide up servings or however you want to do it.
You know why I want to weigh it raw?
Why?
Because when it's
cleaner,
cooked, I want to eat it.
That's true.
I do not want to play with it anymore. I want it to get inside of my mouth and into my tummy. That's what I want to do with it. And it's like, I also like to eat my food piping hot. Joe does not. If you've ever watched our vlogs, it's like, oh my gosh, Rachel, put the fork down. You're going to eat the entire plate while you're talking, and Joe has not eaten one bite. Joe does not mind if his food
I like it warm anyway. I don't like it hot.
Warm, not hot. But like, I love hot food. Hot food should be hot. Cold food should be cold. What are your thoughts? Do you like it popping hot?
Jason said I'm always on the hunt for butter on sale.
Can't wait to see you, Jason.
I'm on the butter mayo bandwagon. You know what? I see Lindsay and Neely and everything.
Hey!
We've got a few of these.
Yes, we do.
We're going to give some of these away.
Let's do that.
So we're going to do one now. And we're going to do one in 5 minutes. Then we have actually 3 of these.
3 of these guys. So you're going to get this is a Yeti.
Yeah.
We ain't fooling around here, okay? This isn't like my Ross Dress for Less canister.
Right.
This is an actual Yeti. This is very, very nice. And yeah, we're going to give it away. So you need to be active in the chat.
Just be active in the chat.
Because we're going to pull it out of the chat.
5 minutes, I'm going to pull a winner, and then we'll do another one a little later.
You'll get Elements
and another little
and
later.
This beautiful Yeti.
Yeah, they had sent it to us. I don't remember what for.
To give away. We're always like, can we give stuff away?
They actually sent it to us for us, but I have
We're gonna give away
Yetis.
I like to give it away.
I'm like, I just want to give it away.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
So, and again, it's we're giving it away. It's not coming from them. We're not even sponsored by them.
Okay, so Lindsay says that Jared is looking to burn his taste buds off on his food. And I prefer warm temperatures, not scalding. So we're in reverse. Me and him are going to eat it piping hot, and you and Joe can get to hang out and converse and let it cool down. But me and him are going to just burn our tongue right out of our mouth.
John said, I have 8 pounds of butter and 20 pounds of bacon in my freezer, along with a lot of ground beef, roasts, and steaks.
Yes. I made a list for you and sent it to you of some cheaper cuts of beef that I want to make sure that we prepare during the Triple B&E challenge, because this don't have to make you go broke. I know that it can be a little bit scary when you're thinking, oh my goodness, beef, butter, bacon, eggs, things have
I'm going to
gotten
tell you now, I'm eating a lot of ground beef.
more expensive than they used to be. You know what Michelle and your granddaughter did this afternoon? Tour a goat farm, because she absolutely loved the ground goat and wants to get some more goat meat. Another ruminant animal that we don't try. I've been hesitant to try goat meat. She said it was delicious. She loved it.
Carla said we're going to be at Ketopalooza also, our first event. Looking forward to it.
Dude, if this is going to be your first one, you picked a good one. Let me tell you. Awesome.
Lisa said she'll bring you some leaves.
Thank you.
Changing colors. Hey,
how nice.
And so Miriam said she's going to bring me a suitcase of Utah burgers in exchange for dive gear.
Don't listen to this fool.
Why?
Don't
tell her that.
Do not bring him any meats.
Why?
Just because he's complaining about meats. I will make you a Utah burger here.
It's not as good.
Hey, it's going to be made with love.
It's not as good.
Sorry. The people at the drive-thru at the Apollo Burger, it's not going to have the love.
It's not as good.
I'm going to love all over your burger.
Dr. Barry and Nisha and Nurse Cindy are going to be there in a couple weeks, and I am not even jealous that they're going to be there.
They're going to be
jealous
at Keto Chow
that
in
they're
Utah.
going to get to eat Utah burgers.
I know.
And I know Dr. Barry loves Utah burgers.
I just
want to go and eat Utah burgers.
I just want to sit with Nurse Cindy. That's what I want. Miriam, here we go. Could you pack Nurse Cindy into the suitcase? That, please.
Matt said, Joe, it's not weird. It works to hold Dietary hostage for a Utah burger. See? See?
We have weird currency in this keto community. Very odd currency. Like we will do stuff for bacon.
One BC. I think it's a cheap trade. Like, listen, I'm hand delivering their BCs.
Okay.
So I get one Utah burger for each BC.
Don't listen to
And then also I have their new gear bags. So it's a Utah burger for the gear bag.
He's not right. He's just not right. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody.
There's Marianne saying it was yesterday.
Oh, Lisa has to work on her birthday? I'm sorry.
Roxanne said, I wish I was part of this Happy Family Friends group.
You're
are.
You're
here.
in.
Welcome. That's all this is.
That's all it is. You in.
Listen, there's no
Did
way,
you not know
here's
that?
The thing, if
You're
you
in.
are active in our chat, active
in.
in comment section, we try to know who you are, and that's, it's not like we're friends with everybody. Okay.
What's a
We're going to pick
Utah
a winner
burger?
after I answer this question from Lori.
Hey, Lori.
Utah Burger is this amazing fast food burger, and it is pretty much the only fast food I ever want to eat. So whenever we
It's
go
not
to
the
Utah,
only we do eat, but
It's
it's
well,
what
for-
you want.
other than that Wendy's,
I think you need to strike up a franchise. I think you need to open one.
Other than that Wendy's that we had when we were doing the drive back, the only other fast food that I've had in over a year is a Utah burger.
Right.
So here's
We're
what
not
it is.
counting roller dogs.
In Utah, they have this place
from
called
the gas
Apollo
station.
Burger, and they make the Utah burger. And I'm hoping I remember everything that's in there, but it is basically a burger patty that has Euro meat,
Gyro?
pastrami.
We're
Euro,
saying it wrong.
Euro.
I'm sorry.
Pastrami,
That's not it.
bacon, and then they also put lettuce and onion, I believe, and tomato. And then they have a special sauce, but you tell them you don't want the sauce. And then they wrap it in really nice lettuce. Like, it's an actual, like, you can
Made of
actually
bun.
eat this as a lettuce wrap, unlike the rinky dink, like
what is this? Hot
Yeah.
lettuce? It's
and
a
amazing.
burger.
It's amazing. It's just really, really good. But the bacon and pastrami and Euro meat
Chris
on top
Miller
of a burger.
is here. I get to see your beautiful face next week. I'm so stinking excited. I'm
Could've
so
been-
excited.
We were supposed to be driving with
Can we
her.
just go to bed and wake up and be there? I'm ready.
Marie said jowl bacon and homemade yogurt for dinner.
Ooh,
Eaten separately,
yum.
both were delicious.
Oh
okay,
my
are you
gosh.
ready? Want
Yes.
to give it out away?
We're gonna give it away, give it away, give it away now. Somebody getting a Yeti and some LMNTO.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Let's do it. We're gonna pick a winner.
Roll it.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Chris
Weand. I'm gonna write
Chris
your name down.
Weand.
Yes, you are the winner.
So, Chris, here's what you need to do. You need to send me an email at joe@twocrazyketos.com with your shipping information, and we will try to get this out tomorrow.
We won't even drink out of it first. It's gonna be coming fresh, coming clean.
Okay, we'll give another one away
We gonna
in
give
like
another one.
5 minutes. I have 3
Let's
of
do
them.
that.
I don't know why I have 3 of them, but I have 3 of them.
Well, obviously, 1 mouth, 2 mouth, 3 mouths.
Okay.
Obviously,
Okay.
that's how it works.
Carrie, question, Joe. How
Hey,
come
Carrie.
you don't have to have a scuba face when you dive like Chris?
Just wondering.
Just
Do you have to have a scuba face? What would your scuba face be? I would say your scuba face is like this, and then you jump in. You do have a
You
scuba
don't
face.
hold your nose.
Well, I don't know. Don't you touch your mask?
Well, you hold your mask so your mask
Yeah.
doesn't come flying off your face.
Well, I'm starting to try to blow my nose as
Yeah.
I go down.
What I want, well, you just need to do it more often. I know you think you can equalize, you can, you just don't do it enough. It's because if you wait, I tell you what, you wait until you feel it, right? It's too late.
I'm not feeling. I'm going to do it now. When is the next time? I'm going to do it now.
So what Hugh said, if you have trouble equalizing, what you should do is when you're driving, every time you come to a stoplight, a stop sign, anything like that, turn a corner, just real quick, just to get in the habit of.
That won't be weird.
And it's just like blow, just a little blow. Like it's
Am I doing it right?
That's it.
Like that.
Just like when you're on an airplane, you want to pop your ears.
I chew gum, but I can't chew gum underwater.
But you need to do it like every couple seconds. That's why I got to take you down the line.
Oh.
But we're still healing your ears.
I was driving the other day, and all of a sudden, it was like, I got a pain. I was like, ah!
I was hanging out with this guy today.
Juju B said she got her keto crate that she won.
Good. I was hanging out with this guy or talking to this guy today, picking up something in Melbourne. It turns out he is a diver, but he dives in Jupiter because he's in Melbourne, and the closest diving for him is Jupiter.
Isn't that where the sharks are?
There is a shark diving place there, which sharks don't bite. They don't attack scuba divers.
They're feeding them there.
But I don't like the fact that they're feeding them. I have an ethical problem with the fact that they're feeding the sharks to draw them in.
Because then they're gonna, like, we've seen it happen with alligators, yo.
It's not that they attack. Here's my problem.
They're like, hey, you have food? The last guy had food.
My problem with the feeding of the sharks, and this is just an ethical thing for me, is it's twofold. First of all, they say in places that do it, if you don't do it, there is a positive side because you are teaching the general public sharks don't attack divers.
Right.
They don't attack divers. They don't care about you. They go after surfers and swimmers because they look like food in shallow water, but they don't go after divers. They swim right past you. They ignore you unless you do something to antagonize them, like shoot a flash at them or try to poke them with something. But they'll come right up and
poke people.
They won't bother you. But movies like Jaws make everybody thinks that sharks are out to get humans. So going shark diving does help to kind of portray them in a better light and realize that they're just amazing creatures. The problem is there are shark places that feed them to pull them in, and now you're taking away their natural instinct to hunt. They hear the boat come in, and all of these bull sharks go, oh, it's time to eat. And divers sit in a circle, and they drop bait and feed them, and these sharks come around, and they don't attack the divers. But what happens if that goes away? Now all these sharks are like, they are not hunting anymore because they're used to being fed twice a day.
That's some bad hat, Harry.
And I have an issue with that. So for me, I just want to go diving where there's a possibility. Because half the fun of diving is, oh my gosh, did you see that eel? Did you see that? Oh, you missed it? I mean, we went diving and there were dolphins following the divers and they had no idea.
They had no idea.
Then there's
an entire pod of porpoises.
One of the dive masters, she's probably the best dive master at South Florida diving. And I was diving with her last week. She went diving and actually was diving on the reef, on my favorite reef, Razzle Dazzle. And all of a sudden, she turns around and there was a school of 20 porpoises.
Wow.
She was swimming with them in their natural habitat, not bothering them. That's exciting. So to be diving along and all of a sudden turn around and see a hammerhead, that's cool. I don't want to lure them in. Yeah. And hammerheads, by the way, don't attack humans at all.
The coolest thing recently was when we were with Chris and Miriam and we just saw a giant sea turtle, like as big as this table. It was
But that's
crazy.
The exciting part is you don't know what
you don't know what
you're
going
to
to see. Yeah.
I mean, heck, you're worried about what are you going to see underwater. And last week, Fort Lauderdale, giant crocodile on the beach, like where everybody's swimming, there is a crocodile. So you're worried about being 30 feet under and seeing something, and all the dangerous stuff is where the swimmers are.
My mom, what is hilarious about this is that my mom is one of those people like me that, like, we have to fight for positivity. We're one of those people that used to, like, consider ourselves realist, and like we would respond to frustration with like no better than I expected because like everything is terrible and it's always terrible. And so she was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the beach. I live here and I don't often go. A lot of times you don't go to the beach if you live in South Florida unless somebody's coming to visit you, right? Because it's a tourism thing. And so she's like, that's it. All of the beach chairs are on clearance. I'm going to get me a new towel, and I'm going to go and have some fun at the beach. Well, guess what day she went? She went the day. She gets there, and she's like, what is the hullabaloo? There's a crocodile on the beach. And she was like, is this like a concentrated effort to like spoil my plans? How in the world is there a crocodile the one day I come to the beach? How?
Because
Tell
crocodiles
me.
like salt water.
But like, why did it pick her day? She's like, why?
Yeah. John was asking about passport. You don't need a passport to go on a cruise.
No,
you don't
but it
even need
makes it a lot easier.
It makes it easier. Like getting off and on is like, especially when you're coming back on
You can
disembarkation
do
day.
it with a
It's
birth
much very quicker,
certificate.
but you can travel with a birth certificate so long as you are leaving the United States. You can travel with a birth certificate.
Did you say a birth certificate?
Even if you want to get off of the ship at the ports, you don't need your birth certificate even to get back on the ship. All you need is your C card. So it is up to you. I like having a passport just because it does make it easier.
I feel fancy, and I got my very first stamp in it. I've been somewhere, Joe.
Gina said, Joe, why don't you tell us
Gina.
what the new flavors and elements going to be? Because I don't think they've made it public.
Yeah.
It's not a new flavor. I will say that. It's not a new flavor. They're just replacing, when lemon habanero is gone, they're going to put another flavor in there. So I don't know if they've made it public. Neely would probably know too. But I just, they sent like people who like work with them, like obviously like Neely I know is sponsored by them, so I'm sure they let her know.
Yeah.
We just have an affiliate code. And so for us, they just sent a thing out like, hey, this is going away, and when it's gone, it'll come out of this packet and we're going to put in this other flavor. But it's not a new flavor. I will say that. They're not coming out with a new flavor. Not that I know of anyway. And I just saw somebody put in our Facebook group the other day that they actually asked them about caramel, about the chocolate pack, and their response, and we have not heard anything different.
We just want caramel.
The response was they were not planning on bringing it back.
Why? Because it's awesome?
I don't know.
Come on. That caramel was so good. My mom I've been hiding the couple of packs that Sarah G and Lynette sent me, like, in my purse. Like, I don't even trust it to be in the house when I leave the house. Like, I don't trust any of these jokers because it is delicious. And so I opened up, like, my purse, and my mom spotted it, and that woman tried to reach for my caramel, and I love her, but I was like, no. If it comes back, I will get you a box. And she's like, all I have left is a crap ton of chocolate mint because it came in that threesome.
Yeah,
so she's like, I blew through my chocolate and my caramel, and now I have chocolate mint.
I'm all about the chocolate mint now because you pulled out my chocolate mint Nespressos, and I like to mix it in there.
That's why I got it out.
So Exposing Darkness said, I don't think there's enough time to get a passport. There actually is. It would be tight. You'd have to do like the express. And there are places in the country, depending on where you live, where you can actually get a passport in like 48 hours if you needed to.
Right.
You just have to pay for it. Like I know that Erica had to do it. I think she had to go to like Alabama or something like that. I think there's a place in Miami. I know there's a place in New York City.
There's probably a place in Miami and New York City. Do you have to go into a pawn shop, into the back room, and like get papers that are like being hand drawn?
Jujubee said, Element just bought me 4 boxes. Finally bit the bullet.
You're gonna be happy you did, because it is delicious.
Amanda said the chef store had an incredible sale on brisket and chuck roll and ribs. I bought almost 100 pounds, and my smoker is stuffed.
Wow.
Right now.
I love hearing that. Like, when there's a deal, like, I gotta tell you, I was looking at Publix this week. This is not triple B&E, but this is just, like, everyday meat. Do you know, like, getting, like, chicken legs, 89 cents a pound this week? Still. Like, there's still cheap ways to get meat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you just have to shop the deals. And you know what? We're used to doing that. Like, whatever, if it was Italian week and everything was on sale, Italian week, guess what we were eating the next week? Italian. If it was like, Mexican, right now there's a lot of German things on sale because of Oktoberfest.
I got that one piece of like sausage from Whole Foods.
Look for sausages.
Yeah. I actually am going to place an order with D&D Beef. She actually messaged us today. I think we're going to have her come on to like a live stream.
Yeah.
Just talk about like, local farmers and stuff like that. But that beef that we got from D&D Beef was so good. And
that was a Harvard-educated cow.
For those of you elitists that say the only thing you can have is grass-fed, grass-finished, it's grain-finished. It was delicious.
It was delicious.
And I will eat that all day.
It was fascinating talking to her. That's why we want to bring her on, because she is so knowledgeable about, like, what does it really mean? Because you can get a
all
lot
cattle
of,
is grass fed.
you can get a lot of propaganda on either way. Like, you could make an argument for anything.
I'm not saying that there's not a benefit to grass fed, grass finished beef, but the benefit is so minuscule. It's not worth freaking out about. And if you can afford it and you have access to it,
go for it.
Go for it. Listen, here in Florida, pretty much all the cattle in Florida, if you go to a local rancher, you have no choice. You're getting grass-fed, grass-finished because they don't grain-finish cattle here in Florida. And I was talking to her about that, and the reason they don't grain-finish cattle in Florida is because we don't grow grain, and it would cost them more money to grain-finish cattle in Florida than it does cost them to grass finish.
That don't mean we're better.
We have so much grass that they can just graze year round. With that being said, grain finished tastes better. It just does.
You know what? I think that most gophers are probably very ambitious because they always go for it.
Nice.
Let's go for it.
So the benefits are just so small that it's not worth the extra money, in my personal opinion. I think there's other things that I can focus on. So Joe said, still have the grapefruit element, and I'm going to order unflavored next, but wondering if I should wait until the end. Again, it's not a new flavor.
It's not a new flavor.
I will say that. Okay. They're just replacing that with an existing flavor that is not in the sample pack.
Yeah.
Now, you could probably figure out what flavor it is, but until they publicly announce it, I don't want to say.
Yeah.
But I mean, people have said, hey, obviously, if they're not making lemon habanero, they're going to have to put something else in. Yeah, they're just going to put a different flavor they have. Elle, thank you very much for the $1.99 super sticker.
Look at that cute little lemon dancing around.
Heath wants to know, when are you starting beef, butter, bacon, egg? I missed it. October 15th.
Through November 15th.
That allows people to, you have mid-October to mid-November, so it ends before the holidays.
Do you have a link in our description?
I don't know.
We're going to have to look.
I'll have to look, but I know it's on Monday, so.
Something else to keep in your calendars and start putting together. We are going to be doing the 11 on 11. We're going to be doing a 11-hour live stream on November 11th to raise money for veterans issues on Veterans Day.
Yeah, so if you are new here, I know we have a lot of new subscribers.
Welcome.
This is something we started a couple years ago. I love doing it, but around this time every year, I keep telling Rachel I don't want to do it because it is a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
And it's a lot of stress thinking about like having no internet issues for 11 straight hours.
But you know what? God always provides.
Yes, we had no issues. We didn't have a drop frame last year.
That is a miracle.
So if you're new here, this was inspired by Jay up in Omaha. They do the 50-mile march, and we were unaware, probably because we're ignorant. I don't know.
We were ignorant, but we don't have to stay ignorant.
We were unaware about veterans issues, specifically like homeless veterans and things like that. How people come back and all of a sudden they're homeless and they're not used to, like, they go from being told what to do, when to do it, when to eat, when to go to the bathroom, and now all of a sudden they're on their own and they end up homeless. And so he does the 50-mile march. I'm not capable of that with the pins in my ankle. I probably could, but I probably wouldn't be able to walk for 3 weeks.
But we can do something.
And so we came up with this idea to do a live stream on November 11th, which is Veterans Day, for 11 straight hours to raise awareness for veterans issues. And so I don't remember how much money we raised last year, but it was a decent amount of money. I think it was like $15,000.
So we're going to crush that goal.
We're going to do that again. We celebrate the veterans and existing active military duty of our family within Two Crazy Ketos. So if you have a story about a veteran family member,
pictures of them,
you can start sending that to us at 11, just the number 11 on 11 at twocrazyketos.com. So that we can just kind of honor them throughout that day.
This has nothing to do with keto.
We'll
they
have
don't have
a
to
few
be keto.
guests on. Like last year, we had Stacy and Phil from Today is Someday, which is an RVing YouTube channel. They are both retired. We've had Chris Miller.
We've had Chris Palmer.
We had Dr. Chris Palmer. So we'll have different guests on throughout the day to kind of fill in a space. And we just kind of hang out and raise awareness for 11 straight hours. So that will be on November 11th, which I believe is a Sunday.
Whatever day it is, join us
I don't
and
remember.
let's celebrate our veterans. Let's thank them properly.
No, Element is not coming out with a new flavor. Chris at Utah Meetup, Dr. Barry, Nisha, and Nurse Cindy.
Yay!
There
Don't
you
miss
go.
it. If you are around the Utah area, that's the meetup to go to, dude.
Jujubee said, I'm dreaming about hiking with Miriam and Lynette and eating Utah burgers on a mountaintop.
I think that's a good dream. I think you should make that dream happen. I
love
love it.
You want to do another one?
Let's give another one away. So we're giving another one of the Element Yetis along with a sample of all the elements.
I need to go over here, cancel.
Shauna says that November 11th is on a Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
That's
I
gonna
knew
be
it was
fun.
a weekend.
That's
Ready?
gonna be fun.
Roll it. Lisa!
Yes. Lisa M. Lisa M, congratulations. You just won yourself a Yeti and some hydration in general. So send your shipping information to Joe at twocrazyketos.com and we will mail it out right away. We've got one more to give.
Yep.
And we will give
Matt
out
said it is a trade for goods and services, transporting goods from Florida in exchange for goods from Utah. We're going to jump to the end a little bit.
Great day.
Jen said, I cannot comment very often because I'm working during your live, but you have the best Mighty Network community. Someone always helps me during struggles.
Thank
That's
you.
why we have it.
Thanks for saying that. And that is a shout out to all of you who are active in the Mighty Networks. You know, you may
That makes it worth it for the bill that I just paid for that. Because people don't know, we have to pay for Mighty Networks, and it's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
It's like
it's worth
over $100 a month for us to have that community. But it's worth it because I know that people are able to have community,
have a safe place,
and be able to have a safe place. They don't have to worry about like
ads.
Facebook coming in and you saying, hey, I ate a whole bunch of fat, and them going, banned, you use the word fat, because the algorithms and the computers and the bots think that you're making fun of somebody for eating fat. We don't have ads, so I love everything about Mighty Networks. Is it perfect? No. But I really like what you can get out of there between the posting and the live chat and the fact that we can have live streams and courses and groups and everything and separates it. I like everything about it. And so
if you are thinking to yourself, man, I need accountability. I need some more friendship in my life. Like I need interaction. I'm lonely in this keto journey. Please get into community. Join the Mighty Networks. Start getting involved. Like comment on things, interact, post memes, post pictures of yourself and your journey. Like you don't know what a blessing your story is to somebody else. Like sometimes, you click on and you get into Mighty Networks and you just see somebody that's like, man, I am rooting for you. I hope you're having a good day. I don't have to know you to love you. Like it is so encouraging when you see that. So don't be afraid to share. Like that's what it's for. That's why we have it.
Ron said, I just got an order of chicken flour. Suggestions for an easy recipe.
Ooh, I love it. I mean, I use it as breading, but I use it as replacement for almond flour and coconut flour in a lot of recipes. So find your favorite keto recipe. It is great with meatballs. We have a meatball recipe. Michelle uses it a lot. It's really, really versatile. I highly recommend it.
We have like a corn dog recipe.
And you can purchase the chicken flour from Carnivore Crisps. It's fantastic.
Or you can make your own.
We have a video on how to make your own carnivore flour using either beef, using lunch meat, using I think we did like turkey even in that video, and chicken flour. So it's super easy to do.
Mary said chicken wings is the only thing I weigh before and after discounting the bones.
Okay.
One thing I can actually, to help you out if you want to help out, unless it's some like really weird thing, but if they're normal sized chicken wings, like wings you would get from Buffalo Wild Wings, you're looking at about 75 calories per wing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you look in those calculators, when you put in chicken wing and it looked, well, that's not right. It's because they're counting both sides. They're counting the drum and the wingette.
Yeah.
And it's not.
What's your favorite?
Don't look at it as drum.
You like the drum or you like the flat?
Jason said Rob Wolf said on the podcast that chocolate caramel will be available by itself this year, and there's a new chocolate flavor coming to the bundle, but it didn't say when.
Yes.
Yeah, it said, I will say, they have not told us. Unless I missed the email, they have not told any affiliates. Maybe they've told people they're sponsoring,
Yeah,
but
that's
they have
fine.
not told us yet. So
well, that's good to know.
I have not listened to his podcast because we've been so busy.
I freaking love chocolate caramel.
Marie said, I can equalize my ears with just moving my tongue at the back of my mouth. I can do that too.
It's hard to...
Sorry, it's hard to describe how I do it. I can do it by moving my
I
jaw.
can do it for my jaw. I can pop
One
it.
thing you need to try to do is not do this.
Because then I let the water in.
Because then you let the water in, and that's why you can't hear.
Don't let the water in.
Jennifer's Joe, Rachel, where are you guys going? Well, we're going to Keto-palooza next week.
Yes.
And then we've got a whole bunch of camping trips planned. We're doing like 4 camping trips. In fact, we're going to go camping for, well, sort of New Year's Eve, right? Up to New Year's Eve.
Up to New Year's Eve.
Up to New Year's Eve. So mostly in Florida. Just because, again, we have free campgrounds, so why not?
Why not?
Anne said domesticated sharks this year's Christmas gift.
Who wants a baby shark as like a present? Like, raise it, and yeah, where are you going to put that? In the pool? I have to think things through.
Elle said, lots of sharks within a few feet of shore. Here, they follow the shrimp boats in
Oh
feeding
my
frenzy.
gracious, I bet. You know what we have is a feeding frenzy? Instead, pelicans and seagulls. And yo, those guys are ballsy, okay? Like, they are not like concerned that you're going to swat them or hurt them. I feel like they could just, they sweep in and they're like perfect in their mission. They know how to swipe things. They can swipe like nobody's business. And you would think that a pelican would be like all like not very agile, but when they want to get something, they're going to get something. It's crazy.
Alyssa said, I feel like I missed out on this Utah burger thing while I was there. How did I not know about this before I went?
I know, right? So if you're planning on a Utah trip, please like plan all of your vacations around following the Apollo burger. And why don't they make them anywhere else? I mean, I guess it's a Utah burger. But can't you make a Utah burger in another state?
Robin said, I dove with sharks. It was amazing. They were curious and close to us, but don't bother us.
How cool.
It is. Chris said, correction. Joe, Rachel, and Miriam saw a giant sea turtle.
I know.
Chris did not see it.
It was so funny because I was like hysterical. And I'm like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like pointing at it and everything. And, you know, Chris is used to me just being a nut. You know, you've been my friend for a while and you know, like, Rachel's just crazy. So I'm pointing and, but like, I might be pointing at a top that I like in a store. Okay. So you don't get too excited when you see me get excited. So he's like, okay. And he could not see the turtle for the ocean. There was so much ocean and I'm like, and he was like, okay, like, yeah, but he totally did not see it. So I was wondering, he was GoProing it.
Lindsay said, and Chris Bear isn't having sour grapes about it
at all. At all. Because it was weird because I was wondering when he checked his footage.
I've got their footage.
If
I was
he
just
didn't
editing.
See, like,
I was just.
How did I
was
miss
just
that?
editing the video. It's gonna come out tomorrow from going diving with them, and I was just laughing at the footage of me trying to like chase down lobsters. You were on the boat. But there is one point where, like, I'm just going after this lobster, and you can see me getting frustrated because I get to him, and then he goes deeper in the hole. Then he comes out, and he goes into another one. I'm like, you know, and I'm underwater, and I can't even imagine what is going through Miriam's head of...
This guy's crazy.
But I did get a couple. I mean, one of them was a female. I pick her up, and I go, look, eggs.
Eggs.
Like, swim away. Bye. Give me more dinner next time. But it was just funny watching the footage of me and Chris trying to get the lobster. Chris mostly being hold my stuff. Hey, here, hold the flag. I'm going after that.
Swiper, no swiping. Yes. Oh my gosh. Now I can't unsee that. And that's like, yes, my entire, like the kid's childhood. Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping.
Okay, Alyssa and John, to make a clean Utah burger with lettuce wrap instead of...
I want a dirty one.
Instead of...
Give me a dirty one.
Russian ingredients, ground beef patties, pastrami slices, Swiss cheese slices, lettuce leaves, mustard and pickles, optional salt.
That seems clean. I want dirty. I want my Utah burger dirty.
Elle said sharks are wonderful creatures. I swam with the manatees in Crystal River. That is something else I want to
I
do.
definitely want to too. In fact, I collect, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but when we stop at rest stops, I collect brochures.
She does. And then leaves them in my car.
I love to look at brochures while we're traveling of like, hey, we're not going here, but this looks interesting. Next time, let's go there.
She gets paper maps at Disney World.
I like to see
and
it.
Universal Studios. You know where every single thing is in Universal Studios. Why do you need a map?
To hold things. So, I was looking at, there is a place to like almost guaranteed swim with manatees, because a lot of places they frown with that. Like if I see a manatee, I can't just jump in the water.
Unless it's in a specific place.
If they touch me, I'm not interfering with nature.
Right.
If they touch me. So if a fish is like this, like you had an angelfish that like wanted to date you.
Yeah.
Remember? It was like rubbing your face.
Oh yeah, he followed me.
I mean, like, was very, like, he must have
and I
smelled
have
the
video
smoked
of like
meat on
lobsters like with their antennas,
like they touch you,
touching me and stuff.
If they touch me, I didn't touch them. It's fair. If there's a dolphin that's like, hey,
yeah, but you can't touch them.
I'm taking the picture with the porpoise.
Kyla, Too Crazy Ketos, I enjoy your lives. I'd love to meet you one day. Who knows?
I would love that.
In the UK.
I would love to go.
Rachel wants to do a transatlantic cruise.
To England. I want to see Ireland. I want to see Europe.
Lindsay said, is there a more efficient way to twist the bacon? Maybe a cordless drill with a custom bit. That would be cool.
That's what you need to invent. A cordless,
a drill
bit for bacon.
We don't cook bacon anymore. We just do bacon jerky now.
My mother is like...
It's so easy to make bacon jerky. And it's...
a bacon jerky...
not messy.
...manufacturing plant. She was like, that was the best $150 I ever spent in my life, because I'm basically running a bacon jerky factory out of my house now. Like, it is a cost to buy a dehydrator, but once you do it, you can have all the bacon jerky you want.
Oh, I've not tried this. Marie says dehydrate bacon jerky. Twisty bacon is way good as well. And I can fit a full pound on a quarter of a sheet pan.
We have not done that, because I usually like it being like a plank of wood that is like
chewy,
very chewy.
But it's not snotty.
And I love it when it's cooled in the refrigerator. There's something magical about it. Now I want to go eat some, because it's really good.
There's 15 pounds of it. Katie said, I listen live at work. When customers ask who I'm listening to, I have cards with your information in my pocket.
Katie! Oh my gosh! What a nice thing to do. That is incredibly nice, Katie. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Wow. That's a first. I've never heard of anybody that actually has cards with our information to share it with others. Katie, you blessed me in such an incredible way. I can't even explain it to you. What a nice thing to do. Thank you for that.
Debbie said, no smoker, no grill. What are good cuts for beef, butter, bacon, egg, aside from ground beef and steaks? Roasts.
Yeah, roasts are good. Do you have
Pretty
an Instant Pot?
Anything you do in a smoker, you can do in your oven.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
The thing about a smoker is it adds a smoke flavor. And it's low temperature, but you can cook low temperature in your oven. So if we smoke a piece of meat at 250 degrees, you can get the same exact result without the smoke flavor in an oven at 250 degrees.
I highly recommend, before we go into this Triple B&E challenge, go get yourself some pork belly and smoke it like a brisket. Smoke it like a brisket. I'm telling you, we got a video on smoking it like a brisket. You ain't gonna be sad about this. Like, your life is about to get better if you've never had pork belly smoked like a brisket before.
GGB said, I'm about to share this with my networks. I walked down the Exorcist movie staircase, 75 steps. No one wanted to go down.
Why?
I said, I am. I'll take your pick from the bottom, and they followed me down.
Oh my gosh, Jujubee, that is super rad. I had to map that movie for a company that I used to work for, and the entire time I was like watching it, because I literally have to watch the movie frame by frame, second by second, and so like you would be able to see like the entry point and the exit point of like when there's a flash on the screen of like a bad guy, and It was really cool. That is really neat. I
Matt
can't wait to see
said,
that.
I have never used a map at Disney World, and
Never
I
have.
never will.
Never will. I just have to hold something.
Lindsay said, moms are conditioned to hold stuff and things forever.
Thank you, Lindsay, for having my back on this. We've got to hold stuff. It feels weird if I don't have
Elle
things.
said, I miss paper maps. They're hard to find, the state maps anyways. Okay, so if you want to hold something, I'll give you all the bottles of water.
I'm going to hold them.
And then you can hold those.
I will
and
hold
then
your
I don't
ear.
have to carry them. How's that?
I don't mind. I mean, I'll drink them. I will have to say, the water that they have at Disney that they give away for free is delicious. You know how somebody is like, you can have free water, and then you taste the water in that place and you're like, this tastes like toilet water. Don't ask me how I know how that tastes, okay? But it tastes terrible. And the Disney water is very delicious.
Yeah.
It's very good and very cold.
It's free.
They ain't stingy with the ice.
Jody said, I get the map thing. Rachel, I buy notebooks and
Thank
paper.
you.
I buy ground beef. I'm computer illiterate, but there's something
There's
about
something
paper.
magical about paper.
Lady Fritzer said, do you use standard or thick bacon when you make jerky? We use the thicker cut bacon, but you can do it with either one. I just like thicker bacon better.
My mom just took a step up. She went with me to it's not Whole Foods. It is Fresh Market. If you have a Fresh Market in your area, thank you so much to Joe in our community who let us know that Mondays they have buy one, get 1 pounds of bacon at Fresh Market. So if you have a Fresh Market near you, check and see if they also have that sale.
It works out to be like $4 a pound.
I buy it by the box. I buy
a
15-pound case of bacon.
Yeah. Nola, Joe, what's the record for catching lobsters so far? I'm not awesome at it because of where I go. I don't have my own boat, so I go out on reefs. And so the most I've caught on a dive is 5, but I only came home with 2.
Because they're not the right size or they're female.
Smalls. I know people who can come home with 6. We're allowed to come home. We can catch 6 a day during lobster season in Florida. It's each person who has a license. So I can catch 6, but again, the most I've come up with on my own is 2. Because for me also, I'm either diving with somebody a lot of times, or I'm taking a client and I really can't lobster dive with them.
Right.
Like, and here's what happens. Like I took this lady from the shop diving. She's 70 years old. She got certified, and she'll only dive if I take her or if Rachel goes. She wants to go diving with Rachel. So I bring my stuff in case I see one, but it's kind of like an umbrella. If you bring your stuff, you're
never
going
gonna
to
see it.
one. But if you don't bring your stuff, you'll see every lobster in the world. But it just depends on where on the reef. The most success I have for diving for lobsters is when I solo dive. And so I go out on reefs by myself, off the boat. I bring a redundant air source so that I have a second tank. I'm in like 30 to 50, 60 feet of water, and I go by myself because then I can kind of do what I want and I don't have to worry about everybody else.
Right.
I
feel like lobsters remind me of that. Was it an insurance
commercial? You have to look for them. The best time to go for lobsters is at night, but I won't solo dive at night.
There was like an old guy fishing for dollars, and he had like $1 on the end of his thing, and he would just like take it back and be like, "Ooh, you got to be quicker than that." That's how lobsters are. Yeah. It's like you go and you're like, "I'm pretty secure. I got this guy." In their holes. And it's like, "Ooh, nope. You didn't get me."
If you just want to get them all, you got to go when there's a hurricane coming.
Like Pokemon?
When there's a hurricane coming,
gotta catch
they
them
just
all.
kind of like they're wandering across the sand because they know the hurricane's coming. So it's like a giant march of the lobster. And then at night, they come out at night and they're not in their holes. But again, I don't want to dive.
Get in your hole. Are you too good for your hole?
Are you ready to get off?
Yeah. Okay. But no, we have one more to give away.
We have one more. Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
One more Yeti. One more pack of elements, and the winner is...
I gotta get over to that screen.
Okay, I'm just gonna do that until you do it.
Ready? Roll it.
Roll it. Lori! Lori Kalsa. That's not it. I know it's not it. I know I am totally saying your name wrong, and I'm sorry, Lori. But Lori, you are the winner. Send your shipping information to Joe at twocrazyketos.com, and we will be sending this out to you as soon as tomorrow. if you will get us the information tonight. So congratulations to Chris, Lisa, and Lori.
Okay.
So cool.
We are going to get off. We will be back live on Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time.
I mean, I'll be here.
Yep, I'll be here.
You'll be here? Okay.
I'll be here.
High five.
High five. So we'll be back live Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Keto Beyond the Couch. We got a vlog coming out tomorrow. Lots of cool things. Something special next week.
Very special.
Super excited about that. Next week's going to be a great week. Just letting you know. Next week's going to be a great week. So I would definitely say make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Put 2 pairs of socks on.
Make sure you hit the bell button so that you're notified, because we've got some really cool videos coming out next week. One of them is like a really awesome movie-inspired recipe video.
Very excited.
I'm super excited about this one. All right, so
let's
guys,
go to the movies.
thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Love
Bye.
you.